Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's find out what's been on the hook. Well, first of all, I want to address what day it is. This is Good Friday, and for all you Christian women out there, I know that you know what day this is, and it's the day that our Lord took our sins. And then on Sunday, which is Happy Easter, wonderful, wonderful day when our Lord was resurrected. So happy Easter and Good Friday to all you Christian ladies out there. If you're not a Christian, we still love you and you are welcome anytime. So enjoy your weekend. I hope you'll have a wonderful weekend. So I want to talk for just a minute about what I'm doing while I am social distancing. As you know, I'm not going anywhere and I'm all dressed up today and nowhere to go. But that's okay. I've been to the grocery store this week, so I'm not going back. But I did want to dress nicely. And on Sunday, we're having a Zoom meeting with our family and to wish each other a happy Easter and find out what we've all been doing. So that will be fun, and that's what we have planned for Easter. And you might do the same. If you're not able to drive and visit your family, then maybe you could do a Zoom meeting. Very easy. You just download the app called Zoom. It's free. I'm not affiliated with Zoom. I just think it's a wonderful idea. Like I said, we've been having our business meetings on Zoom, and we will probably continue to do that even after social distancing has been lifted. So you might try that with your family. There will probably be a lot of people doing that. So just a suggestion to get together with your family and not be together with your family. Today I have several things to talk about, and one is what we're wearing. And Crystal and I are wearing our dress-up scarves for Easter. And let's look at Crystal. She is wearing a yellow Lurex scarf, which is crocheted in the Fortune Shawlette pattern. Very, very easy to do. I think I mentioned this earlier in the week. This is made with cotton Lurex. Lurex is a yarn that I have bought from Love Crafts, and I will put a link down in the description box to it. It is 95% cotton and just a little bit of Lurex, which is probably that shiny metallic look that is wound around the yarn. It is a beautiful, beautiful yarn. I think it's a number 2. The number is not on here. It's made in Italy, and the designer is Rico, R-I-C-O, and like I said, I'll put a link to down in the description box. But this is the color named 002, which is Party, P-A-R-T-I-E, and it looks like a party. It is a beautiful yellow yarn, and I made this out of the Fortune Shawlette pattern, and it was very easy to make. Let me take this off Crystal, and she's very casually dressed today in a white shirt, but that's okay. We're wearing our pretty yellow scarf. But this is what it looks like up close. I hope you can see that. I don't know if you can see that, if there the sparkly yarn showing through. It doesn't look like you can see it. Oh, there it is. I had to get it up a little bit closer, and maybe we can get it to focus. Oh well. Take my word for it, it's very sparkly and very beautiful too. I really like it. And I made this scarf very, very long. This is long and narrow. And I think if you continue with the Fortune Shawlette, it does get very, very long. And so I wanted it a little bit long because I didn't want to have such a short scarf that I would need a button like I usually put on these. But I didn't put a button on this because it's 48 inches long. So that's 4 feet, and that's long enough to wrap it around your neck, and it'll stay right there. So it's not an issue at all. Sometimes I'll pull the V down just a little bit so you can see all the yarn work there. It is quite beautiful, and it looks really nice with black. I didn't change Crystal's shirt, but it looks good with white too. But thank you, Crystal. That's a beautiful scarf. Another in our week of the shawl, and I'm excited. I think I've shown maybe 6 altogether this week, shawls and scarves that you can wear in the summertime and spring. And I made a new scarf, and I had mentioned this the other day, that I was designing a scarf, and I'm finished with it. The pattern is on Etsy. I put it out there this morning, and you will have received an email with the discount on the email that you can use for any of my patterns in the shop, but you can use it with the Sunny Summer Scarf, which is the name of this scarf that I've created. And it's really a nice scarf. I made it with a number 3 yarn, and that yarn is ice yarn, and it's called Lorena. Very, very pretty, very colorful yarn. This comes in all different colors. There's a yellow multicolor, a pink multicolor, and several others too. I really like the feel of this yarn. It is half cotton, half polyester. It's a very comfortable yarn to have around your neck. And this is the scarf that I made. It is done in window panes, of course. It has an edging, a puff stitch edging around the sides on the long ends. On the short ends, I have put a twisted fringe. And if you're not familiar with that, let me show you just one. Let's see if I can get one out here. This is a twisted fringe, and there are no cut ends on it. It's just twisted. And in the pattern, I show you how to make this without cutting any yarn at all. It's kind of neat. You'll pull the yarn out with your hook while you hold it in a certain spot. You twist it with your finger, put the hook back in, and then you attach it to the scarf. And all that is in great detail in the pattern, so you can see how to make that twisty fringe. And then the side edges are done in a very simple puff stitch chain edging like that. Let me get up here and show it to you. Is a little bit of a puff stitch right there, and it's really pretty because it's different from the main body of the scarf, and it gives it just a little bit of flare on the sides if you're wearing it without a jacket. Today it is cold here. It's going to be high in the low 50s, so I needed a jacket on, and if I was wearing this with just a top, then you could see the edging a lot better. But this is very comfortable. I like it. Any kind of cotton number 3 yarn, number 2 yarn would work too. You can make this as wide as you want. So if you use your own type of yarn, a smaller or a larger yarn, you just adjust it to get the width that you want. So it's crocheted width like this. You can make it as long as you want. You can make it all the way until you run out of yarn. I made this 60 inches long, which is 5 feet, and that is plenty of length. And then I added the fringe on the bottom. Another thing about this fringe is it's really summery. This is not a fringe that you would probably use on a wool scarf. I don't know, I've never done that before. I have done the twisty fringe in cotton yarn, and that's what this is, cotton and acrylic, but it behaves like cotton. So I thought you might enjoy learning how to make the twisty fringe. And so that's in the pattern. And I hope that you enjoy it. There is an email in your inbox if you're a member of the community, and that will have a substantial discount. This scarf is not expensive, and so when you use the discount, it's just a couple of dollars. I don't even know if it's that much. So that helps me. It supports my Etsy shop, and I hope you enjoy it. I really like this scarf. I enjoyed designing it. I spent quite a bit of time, actually more time than sometimes I do on my sweaters, to make sure that it looks very, very nice. Now let me take it off for those of you who want to see it. I'll take it off, and this is what it looks like, and you make it the length, and then of course you put the twisty fringe on the bottom. So I've been wearing it around today, so it feels pretty good. And there's the edging. It's a little different from the body of the scarf. So I hope you enjoy it. I like wearing it. It's very, very comfortable on me. So that is what we're wearing today. Now moving on to acquisitions. The other day I was telling you about the Tweety yarn that I had ordered, and I just really love this. I've grown to really love the colors. I had made the Easy Tweety sweater out of the blue Tweety yarn that I think I ordered it last year, and I made the sweater, and I really, really liked it. So I thought I would make something else with this Tweety yarn. And of course, since I have an official case of startitis, especially since I've been around my office every single day and nowhere to go really, I thought that I would whip this up. And I'm telling you, it, compared to the sizes 1 and 2 that I have been working with lately for sweaters, and I did the Summer Essential sweater in a very small fingering yarn, And it's fun to make something out of those, but it goes a lot faster if you use a larger yarn. And so that I totally get that. But this is a number 3 DK double knitting. It's a little bit of a fat double knitting. It's not very, very small. And so it's easy to crochet with. And so I grabbed my trusty 7.0 crochet hook, and I thought, well, I'm just going to do just a little bit on this. I'm just going to chain up and do a couple of rows, see how it looks, kind of check out the colors. And I just kept crocheting and crocheting. I was probably watching a show on TV or something. And this is what I ended up with. I'm almost done with the back of a sweater. And it's very, very drapey. I love this yarn. I love it, love it, love it. This is what it looks like up close. It has some beautiful colors in it, purple and yellow and some browns. It's really, really pretty. I like it. I like the way the colors pool on here. Let me get it back so you can see it. It's just like the Easy Tweety sweater that I made. So I'm going to make something a little bit different with this probably. But I wanted to talk to you for a second about how you make sure that you have enough yarn for your sweater. And on this particular one, I have 4 skeins of Tweety yarn, and I did not want to run out. I'm going to make this sweater a little bit longer. It's not going to be a crop sweater, and I have a little bit of ease in it. So the piece of sweater that I need for the back is 23 inches tall and 22 inches wide, 23 by 22. So that's the size square that I need, really twice, once for the front, once for the back. The front won't take as much yarn because it will have the neck cut out, and of course we won't be using yarn up here. But I also have 2 sleeves in mind, and they'll be short sleeves, but they'll still be sleeves. So I need some yarn for that. So what I did was I went to my kitchen scale and I weighed the yarn that I had left after I had done 8 inches of the back. That is 22 inches wide and 8 inches tall. And I measured how many grams I had left, and I figured out, doing the math, that I would need 5.4 grams per inch of fabric, and that's using this crochet hook and making it the length that I made it, that I would need 124 grams for the back of the sweater. So I would need 1 1/4 skeins, right about there, 1 1/4 skeins. Well, it worked out. I used right at 1 skein for this much back, and this is about 17 inches. So I have a few more inches to go, and I can get those out of 1/4 of a skein. And so if I use 1 1/4 skeins for the front, 1 1/4 for the back, that'll be 2 1/2 skeins, and I'll still have 1.5 skeins left. So that will be ample yarn to finish the sweater. So that is kind of what you do. I always do that because sometimes my sweaters, I decide to make them longer after I've already started crocheting. I will just continue on up the back or up the front, whichever I'm crocheting first, and then I will make sure that it's as long as I want it after I make the back. Now, on one of my sweaters, I can't remember which one, but I had made the front, I'm working on the front of another sweater, and I realized the back wasn't long enough, and so I'm going to have to add some rows to the back before I put the two together. And that's perfectly fine to do, and that way you can adjust it all the way until you start putting the pieces together. So the back on that one will be longer, but I have plenty of yarn. I think it's the Sea and Sky sweater now that I think about it. I have plenty of yarn for that. But I wasn't sure, I didn't want to run out of this because I have to order this from Love Crafts, and they charge shipping, and I really didn't want to have to order any more of this than I needed to. But I found it that I really love this yarn. I knew I would, but I love the colors in this too. And they're different enough so that it's a lot of fun to crochet it because I'm not just crocheting the same thing over again. I really love this, and it's going to go fast. I think I'll probably have this done next week if I continue working on it. This is one work in progress that I have. I'm using a speed stitch on that. For me, my speed stitch is a half double crochet. There is no need to use a fancy crochet stitch on this because it's very, very busy. It would absolutely disappear on this yarn fabric. So I'm just using a half double crochet stitch. For you, that speed stitch might be a double crochet, it might be a single crochet, but for me it's a half double crochet, and so I can go very, very quickly, and I can crochet a lot and my hand does not hurt. If I'm doing a double crochet, there are so many turns with that sometimes my hands begin to hurt. So I know that I can do a half double crochet and do a lot of crochet and my hand doesn't hurt. So that's what I'm doing with that work in progress. Now this is a combination of acquisitions and works in progress, and you know where I'm probably going with that. Wednesday I had talked about receiving some yarn from England, and I was looking for it, and it came yesterday. I was so excited to see it, and I'm going to put a picture right here of the 3 hanks that I received. That is the Luna color of this particular yarn from Woolly Mama Yarns. And here is her card, Woolly Mama Yarns. And she is located in the United Kingdom. I was recommended to her by one of my subscribers, and I went out on her website and I really liked this yarn. However, most of her yarn is too bright for me. I like it and I might order again. This was bright, but it was yellow and gray. And let me show this to you. This is what came, and you already saw the hanks. This is how it looks caked up. Isn't that gorgeous? And so when I caked all 3 hanks up, and I wanted to get started on this, as I have startitis, as you know. So let me show you what I've done on it. I'm using, again, I'm using the eye hook for this. This is a 5.5 millimeter clover hook, and I'm using that to make this sweater because this is a number 3 DK yarn, and it's pretty small, but it's very nice. It's 75% wool, 25% nylon, so it's very squishy, very soft, and I'm looking forward to wearing that. But here's the bottom of the sweater that I'm making, and see, when you make something from a busy yarn like this one, this is very busy, your stitches disappear. There's a nice ribbing right there, but you can barely see it because of the stitches. Let me see if I can get that up there and you can see it. It's really hard to show it. There it is. See, I'm just ribbing 2 by 2. 2 front post double crochet, 2 regular crochet all the way across for several rows. But you can't really tell the difference where I've only done 1 row here and 2 there. You can't really see it. But I'm going to go ahead and put the ribbing on since I've started it, and I probably won't put a very large ribbing on there, but I have an idea of how I want to make this. But this is not going to be a boxy sweater. I am making it just side seam to side seam with about 1 inch of ease in it, about 1 inch of ease, and that way I won't have to crochet as long, and it won't be boxy. It'll be a little more fitted. It won't be fitted to my body, but it will have 1 inch ease on each side. So I said I have 1 inch ease. I meant 1 inch on each side, and so that's really 4 inches total because I'll put 1 on each side of the back and 1 on each side of the front. That's a total of 4 inches of ease in the entire sweater, and that's plenty. That keeps the sweater from hugging, but it's also not boxy. So that's a different kind of fit from the summer essentials that I just finished. So I have 3 hanks of that. Look how wonderful that is, and that should be plenty to make this sweater that I'm working on now. Another work in progress that I have is living in this bag. This is the Joe bag, and I have a Joe bag little video coming up in just a minute, but and I want you to see her newest bag because you will like it. This is a Crochet Along by Nan's Next Knots, and every Thursday she picks a number and we look at our chart that we've made with all the numbers of the yarn that we've picked out of our stash, and we've decided what number they're going to be, and then she picks a number every week and we take that number and we crochet onto our project. So let me show you my project. I'm finished with it for this week, so I have put it away and I'm all done and waiting for next Thursday's number. But this week the number was this yarn. I don't know the color of it. It was just in my stash without a label. And then this color up here, this 3 rows, is the main color of the scarf. Now I'm making a scarf, she's making a blanket, but this is what it looks like so far. Now you can see the repetition of the main color there, and then there have been 3 numbers selected, one here, and one here. So you can see it's very simple to do. I usually sit down for about 10 or 15 minutes on Thursday. After Nancy selects her number, I go to my card, I figure out what number it is, I grab it out of my bag full of yarn here that I have not used yet. And when I finish crocheting my 3 rows of that, I put the yarn back in my stash. So I know how much yarn I have left, and every Thursday we work on this little project, and it's fun, and I've enjoyed it. So that's Nan's Next Knots. I'll put a link to her channel down in the description box, and you can watch it. So that's the final work in progress that I'm working on this week. So now I have a small video from Jo, who makes project bags, and she's going to introduce you to a new Betty Boop bag. So enjoy.
Hi Jeannie, it's Jo again with another Betty Boop bag. I think this is the 4th Betty Boop bag that I've made so far, and this one is a little different. I call it the Happy Betty Boop bag because it's very bright and colorful. It has a lot of orange and some light orange in it. This medallion on the front has little hearts on it, and I haven't done that before. And the inside of this pouch has this orange fabric in it that coordinates with the inside zipper, and I'll show you that in a second. And then of course the back is solid Betty Boop fabric, and it's all quilted, as well as the front fabrics. All of the fabrics that I put on the outside of the bag are quilted on every bag. This one has a little gold tone pull tab to it and some red, and then the inside has a zipper that Glenda in West Virginia wanted, and it's got the coordinating fabric that's on the inside of the pouch on the inside, and then it's got another little stitch marker. Let's see if I can show you that one. So then it's got the other stitch markers and the tab and the ring that I put in all my bags. So if you're interested in a Jo tote bag, the first way to begin that request is to send me an email at jo4totes@gmail.com, and I think Jeannie's probably going to put that in her comments below the video. She normally does. And then tell me what you're looking for in terms of color and theme, and then I will send you my price list. And you can pick the options, whether you want the side pockets or not, whether you want anything on the inside. The more popular one is to have a clear front or a clear back, and I showed that one the last time. So all that pricing information is in that price sheet, and then you can let me know after you receive that from me if you're interested in what colors and themes and all that, and then we can start that virtual conversation. And I've talked to some of my buyers on the phone, and that's also a good way to kind of find out exactly for me to find out exactly what you want. I even the other day did a Zoom with a buyer and about 4 other or 5 other women who are in this crochet club in Connecticut. So that was fun. I got to show them a bag that I was just finishing up. So anyway, I would love to start a conversation, and I'm going to be emailing the people on my summer wait list, letting them know that it's time to go ahead and pay for the bags because I'm getting into my summer list already, and hopefully I'll have that done soon. So I am still taking orders, and if you don't get an email from me and you're on the summer wait list, shoot me another email and let me know that you didn't hear from me, which I hope is not going to happen because I have everybody listed. So I just love making these bags, and I hope that I can make them for many other people. Thank you.
Thank you, Jo. That was really fun. I love Betty Boop bags, and I know y'all do too. So I will put her contact information down in the description box so you can find her if you want to talk with her about making you a project bag. So next is the giveaway portion of my video, where we give away 3 items that we introduced on Monday. So if you want more information or more detail, you can look at Monday's video. So giveaway winner number 1 will receive a clover hook in the 7mm size that I use all the time. I have 2 of these, and actually I lost one the other day. I think I'll find it. It's in one of my current whips probably, And I really like this size hook. It does a beautiful job. Oh, I'm using it on this. Beautiful job on, yarns that are decent size. And I really enjoy working with it. So I'm going to give this away. It's brand new in the package to giveaway winner number 1. Giveaway winner number 2 will receive the pattern of their choice from my Etsy shop. I have a brand new pattern out there called the Sunny Summer Scarf. You can order that one or any other sweater pattern, any of the patterns that I have out on my Etsy shop, and that will be your prize. And all you have to do is email me, tell me the pattern that you want, and I will send you the PDF for that pattern. Giveaway winner number 3 will receive the Crochet Surprise, and this month is the bunny headband, and it's so cute. I hope that whoever wins this will send me a picture of it when you get it finished. But there is enough yarn, and there are 2 headbands in the box, 2 of the base headbands to make 2 sets of bunny ears. So that Crochet Surprise box will go to giveaway winner number 3. And included in the box, of course, is some candy, which is some Cadbury bunny eggs, which I love, and all the yarn that you'll need to make the bunny ears is the DIY yarn, and also some Vanna's Choice as the main color. It's the Fisherman color from Vanna's Choice. Very beautiful. You could use this for other projects too. Let me get it up there. There it is. You can use this for other projects too if you are so inclined. You will probably have some left over, but there are several colors of the DIY yarn to use, and also some matcha latte tea that comes in the box as well. So a fun box from Crochet Surprise, and I'll put some information down in the description box about how to get in touch with them, and there's a small discount that you can use if you sign up for a monthly subscription. I'll put a way to receive the discount in the description box as well, and I think that's actually on all of my videos. I think it's one of the pieces that is out there every single video, so you can go down there if you want to look at their website. You can go. So those are the 3 gifts that will be given away today. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins our 3 giveaway gifts. Okay, so here we are with our camera pointed toward the computer. Here is the URL for the Monday video where we talked about the giveaway winners, and the keyword is clover. So the comments that had the word clover in them will be selected from, and let's just get the number of YouTube comments. Here is my mouse. Here we go. 505. Thank y'all for participating. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, let's find out who wins the first prize, which is the Clover Hook 7mm. So here we go. And our first giveaway winner is Letha Rourke. Letha Rourke. I have not used a clover hook, so I hope you enjoy your hook, Letha Rourke's. Let's find out who wins our giveaway gift number 2. So that would be the pattern of your choice from my Etsy shop, and that would be Elisa Lawless. Elisa, you have won a pattern from my Etsy shop, and she does say I love clover hooks in there. So good, you are using the key word. So let's pick another winner, and that winner will receive the Crochet Surprise. So let's start that. That's kind of our big gift for this week, and that is Benita Peer. Benita Peer. Clover is a lovely Irish plant. Well, that's true, it is, and it's also a great hook, a great crochet hook. So Benita, congratulations, you have won the Crochet Surprise box. Congratulations to all the winners. I hope you enjoy your gifts, and I will say one thing. If you are in another country, if you're in Canada or Australia or somewhere like that, in order to not have to go to the post office, I thought that click and ship would work, but it doesn't work for first class international right now. I don't know why. It is temporarily unavailable, so I can't ship from my house, and I do not want to go back to the post office. It's not a fun thing to do, and right now I think it's not very safe. So if you are from another country and you win one of the giveaway gifts, I will send you a pattern. I will be glad to do that. You can shop on my Etsy shop, pick out a pattern that you'd like, and I will send that to you. But if you're from another country, I will not be shipping either the clover hook or the Crochet Surprise box to you. I may change that later in the year when things are different, but right now, and to avoid going to the post office, I will probably just send my international winners a pattern. And no one from another country may win this week, I don't know, but I'm just telling you that. That's what I plan to do. So congratulations again. I hope you're enjoying my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please like this video if you would, and that helps YouTube find other people who might like to watch my channel. I hope you have a wonderful Easter weekend, and I will join you again on Monday where we will find out what's on the hook.